Happy Thursday, everyone. Let's get it started. That thumbs up while you're rolling in. It's cold outside.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's go for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. ways I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Today is November 21st, 2024. It is 8:57 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. The link to become a member takes me to Justin's homepage. I do know. Um, YouTube is dead tonight. It is low. I think it's so cold and dreary, and a lot of places people are in bed. I don't blame them. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Yeah, we're going to get to that, Princess Jasmina, here shortly. Got some things to talk about. Quinton Simon case. Leilani Simon was found, we know she was found guilty, and she got life with the possibility of parole. Hold on, let me get that link for you. Okay. All right. It's snowing there in East Tennessee. It's snowing. It's been snowing here since 10 a.m. It's redonkulous. She wakes up just as soon as I go live. Can you see her little tail? Can you see her little tail? Come here, madam. Come. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. You're good. Come here, mommy. You're gonna squawk. I know you are. Hey, hi. Okay, there we go. Remy, say hi. Here we go. Okay, let me get my bag. So, oops, her tail's around my mic stand. Her tail is around my mic stand. Okay. Here we go. Let's get it started. Oh, thank you. I see you. There we go. I see you just dropped it. If you're an iPhone member, you have to drop it under the Chrome browser, I believe it is. But yes, yeah, she's definitely spoiled. Now she's right here in my bag. She loves me, and I love her. Yes, she's growing so much. Thank you so much, Carol. I've had this shirt for probably 12 years, 13 years. Sure have. We got a member up in here, Plant Lady. There we go, girl. How you doing? How you doing? What's that going? Yeah, she is. No snow there. You're lucky. It's what is it? It's like 28 degrees here. I love you to enjoy. I love every single one of you. Ooh, that's good. That's good, Dawn. That's very, very good. What did I do? Oh, here it is. Here's your baba. You want your baba? You want it? Okay, fine. All right. Yeah. Thank you all. Okay. Here if you want it. Hold on 1 second. Come here, little stinker. Sorry. I thought I had this all set up before. Before I got it, before I went live, but I didn't. Oh my goodness, forget me not. Thank you so much for gift. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Means so much to me. You have no idea. Thank you so much. And I hope it means as much to the 5 that received it, because they'll get to join us in a members live tomorrow. So please thank our beloved Forget Me Not, who is always very kind to this channel. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you for your continued support. Yeah, I'll be honest with you today. Speaking about Leilani Simon, there were times, and I've never felt this way, to be honest with you, until today. We're expected up to 8 inches. Oh, it does, Cassie. Um, I was there were times I caught myself feeling kind of sorry for Leilani, but then I had to remind myself what she did. And the only time that I ever saw her show emotion is when it came to herself. And that was just crazy to me. You know what I mean? It was just crazy to me. It was mainly when, like, someone would compliment. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you so much. Joanne, thank you, darling. Hi. Bo, thank you for being so low. 2 in UK, -2. You go by Celsius, right? Celsius. Um, and freezing. Oh my goodness, Joanne. Stay warm. One of my sisters, she's in Glasgow. It's always cold in Glasgow. It's always cold in Glasgow. So stay really, really warm. I know she doesn't like the cold either. So I understand. Uh, excuse you, madam. Sorry, this was my monkey. She's getting into things. Stacy, thank you so very much for 1 continued month. Really do appreciate that. I found myself start to feel bad for her, but then I reminded myself she's never taken responsibility for anything. Nope, I've never seen her take. I just don't. I just don't think. One thing you see about people like Susan Smith, who's recently been in the news, right? Trying to get parole. Supposed to be life was supposed to be life. But then the laws change. And you see there's a lot of common threads in here. And one is they are selfish. They are selfish. They are self-seeking. They are self-centered. And it generally has to do with a man. A man. It has to do with a man. She wanted, like for Susan Smith, she wanted to be with a man. He didn't want kids. This woman. So how about get a new man? How about that? You don't want my kids? Sorry, don't want you, mother chicken. Don't think so. Susan Smith did not make parole. However, she gets to reapply in 2 years. Every 2 years. Every 2 years. So there's that. Also, holy shit. Did you guys hear who Leilani was talking to while she was in prison or in jail? She was talking to a child predator from Wisconsin. Chomo. Yes. Congratulations, Carol. And then you got Susan Smith. She had an affair with 2 prison guards. 2 prison guards. They have to have the attention on them, a male attention on them, right? Can't live without it. Can't live without it. It really has Buddha belly. It really has. And listen, there's nothing wrong with wanting companionship, with wanting love, or anything like that. But you don't do it at the expense of your children's lives. 4 guards, you heard? I know of 2 that, and just all kinds of stuff. It's insane. It's insane. To drive your kids in a pond? To beat your child in the head with a blunt object? And then throw him in a dumpster? Drive him across town, throw him in a dumpster? There's a special place in hell for people who harm children. There's a place special in hell for anyone who harms a child in any way. Extra hot. Because even the most hardened criminals won't hurt a child. They don't like people like that. Right? Yeah, a lake. Sorry, a lake. Yeah. So, anyone else buffering? Probably me. I don't know. The weather's so bad here. Why did the judge ask Leilani permission and who to give Quinton's remains to? I don't know. I think she should have lost that right, in my opinion. But that's just me. You know what? No, I'm not buffering. Okay. She's getting really hyper right now. What's the update on Lady in Oregon who may have it was the I don't think I've checked on that one. Let's get to this real quick. I want to talk about this because we're going to get to some other stuff here. I need to thank a few of you though. So thank you so much, Tina. Thanks for the love. I love you. Oh, Josh's mom. It's very weird what's going on there. We'll see if there's an update here real quick on that. By the way, so thank you for that, Tina. I really do appreciate you. And Mag 50 becoming a pearl. And your dog is beautiful, Mag. Oh my God. What markings. What markings. So beautiful. You live near Joshua? Anything? Have you heard anything? On the bathroom just 2 weeks before my surgery. Oh no, Sheila. Goodness. Hey Alexis, good to see you, honey. Sheila, I'm so sorry. You was oh my God. That's really bad. Really, really bad. Are you in the hospital now? I want to talk about this real quick. This is Harrison County, Texas. And there's a whole family missing in Texas. Oh, God, Sheila. Texas. And am I still here? What the hell's going on here? Something. Woo. Sorry about that. I didn't have my I didn't have my thing plugged in. I thought it was, I was wondering why I was going so slow. So apologize. Thank you again, Tina, and thank you again, Mag. Really do appreciate you, my loves. Okay. Now let's get to this because we got a lot to cover this evening. Something very interesting I want to ask you guys here in a moment as well. This is Harrison County, Texas. Official searching for an entire missing family out of Marshall, Texas. Now, this is not what you would consider a high risk family. Yeah, I'm wearing the baby. Yeah. This is not what you would consider a high risk family. This is a mom who is a teacher at a Episcopalian church school, and a dad, I think he works there as well. And the last place they were seen was leaving the church or the school. That's the last place they were seen. So let me get this to you. So here is their photos. 2 children, husband and wife. This is Marshall County, and it's Alondra. Sorry, I don't know if it's Geraldo or it's Geraldo Roman, Alondra Rodriguez, and their children, Razzle and Gerondo Roman, were last seen Friday. It's 6 days now. at the Trinity Episcopal School, where uh, where Alondra is an employee. I want to look up this school. Anyone with information can call 903-935-9969, but there's more information here. I'm going to show you guys. Here we go.
To help save for our home, we stopped going on trips and giving each other expensive gifts.
Bear with me. Okay, here we go.
Alex, you are covering a story that has really impacted us right here in East Texas. Tell our viewers about it.
So, as reported, it was initially reported that on Friday, Gerardo Roman and Alondra Rodriguez and their 2 children were announced as missing. The family of Roman had reached out and said that they had not been in contact with the family and that they were concerned that they had not heard anything from them. And it was initially reported that the school is where they were last seen, but within the last 24 hours, officials have confirmed that they have trail cam video on the property that they found where they saw that the family was there Sunday. They cannot confirm exact times, but they did see daylight. So it was sometime during the day, and that is the last time where they have seen the family. It was at their property just south of Marshall. So I went and I talked with the head of the school where she works at, and talking with them, they said that the family, they're shy, but they are very, very sweet. The kids go to the same school that the mother works at, and they noticed on Monday when she didn't come in that it was very, very unusual. And they said that it was unlike her to do something like that. The kids, they have great friends there. They've established great relationships. That the mother has come in and been a great part of the community, and that they really did not expect something like this. They said that they never saw anything wrong with them on Friday. They never noticed anything out of the ordinary, and that they seemed like a very, very sweet family.
Alrighty, Alex, anything else that our viewers need to know before we let you get back?
Of course, the Harrison County Sheriff's Department, they've put out if anybody has any sort of information to contact them, the number is 903-923-4000 if you have any information on whereabouts.
Okay, so this is that I did not know, which was the last time that they were seen was at their house now. New information reveal Rodriguez and the children were last seen Sunday at their home just south of Marshall by a game camera that recorded them taking out the trash. According to Captain Patrick Clayton with the Patrol and Criminal Investigations Unit. The exact time could not be determined, but Clayton said it was sometime during the day. Law enforcement searched the home but found no sign of foul play or anything out of order. Now, this is what I don't get. That trail cam, wouldn't it show them if it saw someone taking out the trash? Wouldn't it show them leaving or someone coming? Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Well, anytime these entire families go missing, it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. It can be, yeah, it can be, foul play, as in someone came and abducted them, someone came and unalived them, or one of the family members unalived them and ran, or they unalived, one of the family members unalived all of them and then unalived themselves. It depends on where the camera is pointed. I guess you could say that. Family road trip, an accident along the way. That it could be something like that, but she was supposed to be at work. I mean, unless it was just like, a little a little day trip or something like that. But there's not a lot out on this that let's see here. There is yeah, KLTV. They're talking a little bit on it, but this is a 27 and 26-year-old couple. They have two young children. They work at a Episcopalian kind of church, school thing, and let's see if this will show us anything. Nope, same thing. There's not a lot of things here out about it, and that's what I don't understand. Let me see. Not a lot of information. Let me go here and see if there's anything. 8 hours ago. I don't know why this is not getting more coverage. Like, why is it not getting more coverage? That's what I don't understand. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Are all vehicles accounted for at the house? It doesn't say that I'm aware of. I think, let me see. Is there anything on Facebook? Let me see if there's anything on Facebook. They were last seen November 15th. Why did I say February? And that's really all it says. What about this? Okay, here's something else. Let's look at this. I really want to know more about this because I feel like it's not getting enough attention.
How will earning unlimited cash back?
1 second. Bear with me 1 second.
And like this.
Can I skip? Nope, can't skip. It's like 15 seconds. Hopefully this will give us a little bit more info. 1 second. Okay.
New tonight, a search is underway for a missing family of 4 in Marshall. Gerardo Roman, Alondra Rodriguez, and their children, Giselle and Gerardo Roman, were all seen last Friday. According to the Harrison County Sheriff's Office, the family was last seen leaving Trinity Episcopal School. Authorities confirmed that's where Alondra is an employee. Anyone with information is asked to call the Harrison County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, well, that was about a whole bunch of nothing, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing. If you see them, let us know. That's all it is. Texas in general is close to the border to me. I live in Wisconsin. I also know that was going to the border. I don't know, but it just does not sound good. I've been following this for like 3 or 4 days now, and there's just nothing. You see a car, but was the only one? Still think someone thought they were immigrants. I mean, right, Lakeside, yeah. Exactly. Years ago, to hospital, I worked at another nurse went missing in her car. Finally, they checked the lake near a sharp bend in the road. She had slid off the curb and lake. It had been raining that night. Yep. Yes. They are. People are rage now. It's insane. It's absolute insanity. So guys, I want to kind of move along now. If I find anything else about that, I will let you know. So does is Hindsight in here? Hindsight sent me something earlier, and I thought it was interesting. I don't know if oh, okay. This is interesting. We need there's a couple recordings here, and it is from Smiley's stories. Whenever the feats they got disconnected. And I want to let you know it's going to be loud what I'm going to play because it's highly enhanced so you can hear it better. So if you got headphones on, that may be even better. If you've got a monkey, I mean, she's not being a little devil right now. You want your milk? Okay. All right. So she's so hyper. Right? Okay. Hindsight is okay. If you are a monkey mama, that's right. You just soldier on. That's right. But I should not have probably wore this shirt. She wants to bite my little rhinestones. And so I might have to go throw on another shirt here in a minute or something like that. Madam, no. She's obsessed with it. She wants to wear it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to do. All right, let me put you over here. You're gonna squeak. I know you are because you want the rhinestones. Go squeaker. Okay. She's gonna have to stay there for a minute. Okay. My birds would pull them off. Yeah. I never thought about her liking these. Okay. Now, this is from Smiley's stories, and yeah, credit goes to Hindsight because Hindsight got this, noticed this. So it's going to be a little loud, but you need to hear it. And we need to see, is this anything? Is this anything? Not saying it is. We are not saying that anyone is, no one has been named a suspect in this case. Nobody's been named a person of interest. We're not claiming anyone is. We're not saying anything like that. We're just listening to the background noise. Okay? Okay. Let's get started. Y'all ready? Let's roll.
Start or whatever you want to do.
So there's time too. Do me a favor. I got to drop out of this. I got to make a phone call real quick, and I will be back. This is one call. I don't care. I don't miss this phone call because it's my daughter.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said?
So there's Tom too.
Tom 2. It sounds like saying Tom 2. Right? Tom 2. Now, let me there's Tom 2. It sounds like. There is Tom 2. Yeah. Thank you, just caregiver. There's Tom 2. One second as something's not working. It's not wanting to work. I don't know what's. Okay, there we go. It just quit working all of a sudden. Here we go. All right, it's going to talk.
Start or whatever you want to do.
So there's Tom too. Do me a favor. I got to drop out of this. I got to make a phone call real quick, and I will be back. This is one call. I don't care. I don't miss this phone call because it's my daughter.
No, you go ahead.
Come back and hang tight. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back.
You're fine. You're fine. We'll be here.
Is that good?
You're okay. Hold on.
Hello?
That's me. I'm gonna knock you off for a minute. You just come back when you're ready. Okay. So I think he's on mute. Okay. So Katie.
That'll clarify that side of the question everybody's been asking. No, he does not have a restraining order from his daughter. He speaks to her, just to go ahead and clear that one out, because I know there's been a lot of talk about that as well.
Okay. So he says.
So I think he's on mute. Okay. Are you ready?
Right here.
Okay. You're still.
It sounds like, in my opinion, it says, "Are you coming down with the trolley?" Are you coming down with the trolley? Hey, Faye. He says, Tom, in my opinion. But he says it's his daughter. Could be a guy named Tom, and somehow, but you have to have StreamYard to share pictures. I don't know what you mean, Cindy. I mean, I have StreamYard. I don't know what you. The trolley. Closing down with the truck. Okay, listen to it again.
Start or whatever you want to do.
So there's Tom too. Do me a favor. I got to drop out of this. I got to make a phone call real quick.
Tom 2. Yes, Cindy, you got to have some program to share pictures. Yeah. All vehicles were accounted for from missing family sent you a text. That's even worse, troopers. Oh my God. And then he says, I need to drop out of here. I need to talk to my daughter. Thought this whole interview you can hear background of beeps from radio trucks. Throughout this entire whole interview, you can hear background of beep from radio trucks, in my opinion. More talking on radio from men. Don't know.
And I will be back. This is one call. I don't care. I don't miss this phone call because it's my daughter.
No, you go ahead.
Come back and hang tight. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back.
You're fine. You're fine. We'll be here.
Is that good?
You're okay. Hold on.
Hello?
That's me.
Oh, could that be like a CB? Could that be his radio? I bet you that's his radio. You coming down with the trolley? I bet you that's what it is. That does. That part does.
Is that good?
You're still.
That's definitely a CB now that I hear it like that.
Okay, hold on.
Hello?
That's me. I'm gonna knock you off for a minute. You just come back when you're ready. Okay.
Now there's one of KK.
So I think he's on mute. Okay. So Katie.
That'll clarify that side of the question everybody's been asking. No, he does not have a restraining order from his daughter. He speaks to her, just to go ahead and clear that one out, because I know there's been a lot of talk about that as well.
All right, now let me pull this up of the next one. Now with this one, this is KP. Later in the interview, Smiley has to reboot the feed and both she and CP drop off, but KP stays active. Unbeknownst to her, in my opinion, you can hear her talking in the background. It could be, I don't know if it's a television. I don't know if it's people talking. I want you guys to hear it.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if it reloads.
Here it is. Yeah, it's this background here. Katie's the only one. Is this someone talking? Is this a telenovela? Damn it, 1 second. I don't know if it's the television or what it is.
Let's see if it reloads.
Listen to the background noise.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if it reloads.
That's with the volume increased. Sometimes to me it sounds like a television, but sometimes to me it sounds no, you can hear it in the background. You can hear it in the background. But sometimes it also sounds like a family member.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if it reloads.
Now, in my opinion, in the Nancy Grace interview, I don't know how long after the Nancy Grace interview, but in my opinion, there was someone there with them with the Nancy Grace interview because you can hear the and you can see Edgar look. Do I hear startup? I don't know what it.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if it reloads.
I don't know. I can see if that'll make it louder. Let me check. I don't know if it'll do any good, but we'll try.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if it reloads.
No. There's that. I don't know. Is that all you got? That's all I got. I don't know. To me, I don't know. To me, it's kind of sounds like a television. The rhythmic of it, but then I also, to me, it sounds like at the very end more toward like a family member that we've heard the voice from before. Whatever it clearly says, startup. Do you want? Sounds like a podcast. Could be. Startup. Hindsight says you can hear it with headphones. What do you think it sounds like? You paid for it. Yes, I heard start it up. Yeah, I mean, I can forward it to you if anybody wants that. You're listening to AirPod Pros. Yeah, it sounds, it does sound like kind of like Southern accent, if you ask me. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Hold on. What's this? Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, let me show you this. I have not seen this. I don't know the timestamp. Hindsight sent it to me. Hindsight might know. This is, what do they say here? Is working on missing persons investigation. We're last seen November 15th. Anyone with information? See, it doesn't say anything else though about cars or anything like that. There's so many people missing. It's crazy, y'all. It's absolutely crazy. What else do we got here? Let me pull some things up. Let me exit some things out, actually. There is also a child missing in Ohio. And I want to show you guys that because it's, oops, wrong one. And I want to show you something with Leilani Simon, one of the jurors. It's very interesting. Bear with me. 1 second. So many people missing right now. This is a 6-year-old boy, autism, missing. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Updated 7 hours ago. Okay, here we go.
We've been following it with our Peyton Marshall really all
happened last
long.
night. Really sad here. Praying for the best. A 7-year-old boy who has been missing for over 15 hours, and there's a new search now underway, a continued search underway.
Yeah, so we know that our Peyton Marshall was able to hear from investigators and everything probably about an hour ago now, Peyton. Are they expecting to begin to move those crews as of now?
Yes, Jordan. Yeah, people are going to be moving out of here in just a little bit. They're going to be going out from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then they're going to be coming back here at this Mulhauser barn just for a briefing to kind of reconvene. But get this, there's so many people here that keep coming in to sign up. That's also an aspect of what's taking so long with this organization. You can see there's the front door. You can see those doors are open. Joshua is the boy that is missing. He went missing yesterday at around 5:30. Now, we did speak with the chief just moments ago. This is what he said is kind of his alert to the community.
You are within 5 miles of this area here at near 747 and Smith Road. We're asking you to go outside, check your backyard, check the surroundings of your property, and look.
And we just spoke with the chief actually moments ago. So I do want to just kind of talk to you about the most recent time that we spoke with him. He said he really alerted the community about checking your Ring door cam videos, re-looking at that just as another way to kind of check everything. They said they're going to be doing a 4-mile radius of the complex of where Joshua went missing. And then they're going to go further north. So they've got resources in the air. They've got resources on the roads. I know that they've already checked the perimeter of the ponds multiple times yesterday. So again, all these volunteers. I mean, it's just amazing to see the response from the community. And the thing is that these volunteers continue to pour in. We're going to keep you guys posted as they're about to head
Hold
out
on.
to begin.
Hold on. Who's hiding? Who's hiding people? Nope. Who just got hidden? 1 second, y'all. We don't hide people unless it's really, really bad. One second. Okay. Did we fix it? We were all turned away. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Someone said multiple people were getting hidden, but they weren't. They weren't getting hidden. Okay, it was fixed. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Begin those search and rescue efforts. No, for reporting live right here in Westchester, Peyton Marshall.
There. Here's the little guy right here. Make it bigger. Not good. Earlier today, there was a rumor of a sighting of Joshua at a place called Misty Shore. It's close to his home. There is only hearsay on social media. Law enforcement hasn't confirmed it. It could be false. Okay. Okay, gotcha. God, y'all, I hope this kid is found. You know, it's okay, here's the sheriff and all of them talking about this in just 1 second.
REBHOLZ. I'm the chief of the Westchester Police Department. Did you have something, sir? There you go. Thank you. Is that much better? Again, I'm Brian Rebholz. I'm the chief of police for the Westchester Police Department. Thank you very much for coming out here and helping us out and helping us get the message out. That's, obviously very important for us. Some just quick updates. Chief Prenz is going to cover some more here in a second. But I just want to remind everybody we have a tremendous amount of resources out here.
We all block someone accidentally, especially on your
so we have
phone.
a lot of folks out taking care of, a whole host of things that need to be checked off and taken.
Yes, Carol. It's really cold in Ohio right now.
Taken care of. We will continue to follow any leads that we come up with. And be very diligent and seeking out as much information as we can in running down any of those leads that we do develop. One thing I do want to pass on, I know it came up earlier.
Holy shit.
On to us, for anybody that's out.
Holy shit. Y'all. We'll come back to that. Someone just broke some pebbles. Come on, hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Baranta. Look what house this is. Holy shit. Do you see what this is? Fucking cameras. They want back. They went back to get them. Is that what you? Mm-hmm. Let me show you this. I got more. Does anyone know when this was? This is allegedly the Proudfoot's home. And there are cameras up. Day after NG interview. What's NG? Nancy Grace? Okay, then I don't think this is big news. Yeah, I know that they got cameras after, or they got installation after Sebastian went missing. When did people see them? So I don't think this is anything big. No, Dolly had the lights headers. Allegedly, the neighbor took it on 326. Okay, then it's nothing. Yeah, and that's true. The photos are green here. This is definitely spring, summer. Yeah, I mean, we've got the ones from like the realtors, but it could be, you know, they could have installed something after the realtors, you know, photos after they bought it. And they could have been up and they could have been taken down. But me too, Miss Gloria. Oh, I do too. You know, and that's the thing. You know something. I believe that, in my opinion, that they answer most of the questions truthfully, even if it doesn't make sense. Because they want as much truth. That's why, in my opinion, they say, well, he's scared of the back door. It would have been seen on camera if someone would have went up to the front door, which means someone would have seen him going out as well. He doesn't go out any other door. He would have had to have a key. That's all true. I believe. They're just not saying the other part, right? Well, if someone would have seen someone going up to the door, they would have seen him going out of the door. I believe it was March, hindsight, when I remember when the Brinks trucks were there. That lady cried, laughed, and rambled for a half an hour. She talked about her book and wanting to get her YouTube channel running. Yeah, it was nothing, to be honest with you. How can you see going up to the door but not out of the door? Exactly. The house was sold to the PFs, had cameras, and ADT was the provider. I don't know if they had cameras when it was sold, but I think it was too, Kathy, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I try to be good to all new creators and stuff, but I think it was a little bit hyped up. Oh, no crafting, honey. No, I appreciate you sending it to me because we didn't know. I mean, I didn't know, you didn't know either. So that's why I wanted to know, They are saying what he didn't like or do, but didn't say what actually happened. Yep. Yep. I agree. How is it that $500,000 house does not even have a Ring camera, much less a full system of KP's employer? Makes no sense. Well, according to Nina, fun to see. I don't remember. I remember it saying ADT security system, but I don't remember it saying anything about cameras. But yeah, ADT was offered when sold. Catfish, I think she's from TikTok, which kind of says it all, to be honest with you. No notifications went out. I think it's everything's froze, physically froze. It's so cold. But I don't know. But according to Nina, she says, well, Chris, you had cameras, right? And also notice Chris and Katie won't answer that question. Because just like, for instance, Leilani, when she was doing those interviews, they were charging her for every lie. So, he did not answer Nina. Yeah, he didn't answer Nina after she said, well, Chris, you have cameras. But again, the things that there was allegedly cameras inside, specifically the kitchen. She got 5 years for each lie. Sure did. And I It's crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, look at this. This is one of the photos from the realtor, and it's got ADT right here. It's kind of hard to see it, but right there, it's got ADT right there. Now, she works for, I think it's Brinks or something like that, right? CP had to monitor. Well, allegedly, he didn't want to pay for any of the suites, right? Any of the suites. Can you imagine if something like that would be true? Like, what kind of piece of dog crapola you would have to be? Audrey, I don't think he ever went in, really. They could have. I mean, troopers, listen, you can ask Jennifer Coffindaffer, you can ask any law enforcement off the cuff and see if they are willing to go to another state, dig in a landfill for no reason. And they got to get a warrant. They got to get they got to convince the judge when he asked the question about DCS, CPS. So was there one still open? Or was a new one created for reasons found when he missing allegedly? Well, we just have to remember what Seth said. We got to remember what Seth said. And that was, if we knew what was in the record that he knows, we would not be able, it would keep us up at night, right? Yep. Well, if cats had thumbs, actually, Edgar said that they all had Life 360 even prior to that, even prior to Sebastian going missing. Now, with all the differing opinions through the public, and if for instance Edgar could prove someone wrong, don't you think he would be the type that would do that? I think so. He would want to prove people wrong. But he hasn't done that. He hasn't done that. He hasn't came out and said, "Hey guys, look at my Life 360. Read it and weep, mother chicken. Read it and weep." Right. He hasn't said, "Look at my lie detector test that I did publicly on Nancy Grace." He hasn't done, "Oh, you want my time card? Here it is, mother chicken. I'll be glad to show you." He likes to brag. I think he would love to show that off. Justin, can someone in Tennessee FOIA records for their old homes in White House if police were ever caught? You can if you're in Tennessee. I can't do it. You got to be a resident of Tennessee to FOIA something. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. And consider becoming a member if you're not yet. Really do appreciate that as well. I want to show you this. This is, what was it, March 8th? This is the 7th. Okay. Speaking of that, here we go. I want to show you. They said, out of abundance of caution, there is nothing done like. Now, to be honest with you, they did not look very long. And that's the truth. They did not look very long. I don't know why, but they didn't. Did they find what they needed?
The massive search for him is taking a turn as a Kentucky landfill is now being investigated. Peyton Kennedy is live from TBI headquarters with an update on the search and the national interest in this case.
And Nikki, according to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, that landfill, which is in White Plains, Kentucky, is where the trash from Sebastian's neighborhood in the beach area of Hendersonville went on the day that he went missing. Now, the TBI says no specific information or leads took them.
What the hell?
Leads took them.
I mean, that brings, by the way, they got 2 warrants. I don't know why they got 2, but they got 2 warrants to go in that landfill. They had to convince a judge.
Missing now since February 26th. The massive search for him is taking a turn as a Kentucky landfill is now being investigated. Peyton Kennedy is live from TBI headquarters with an update on the search and the national interest in this case.
We only got 376 likes.
And Nikki, according to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, that landfill, which is in White Plains, Kentucky, is where the trash from Sebastian's neighborhood in the beach area of Hendersonville went on the day that he went missing. Now, the TBI says no specific information or leads took them to that landfill besides what I just mentioned, but this is more of a precautionary measure. The sheriff's office says this is happening to eliminate possible options and questions. But unfortunately, there are still more questions than answers since Sebastian was reported missing almost 2 weeks ago now. I spoke with a podcaster who focuses on sharing the details of missing persons cases in the South for some perspective on how these cases ripple through communities and beyond. Here's what she has learned from her experiences.
I think it's just really important to keep an open mind when you're tuned in to social media and these Facebook groups, watching YouTube creators. I think sticking to the facts about what law enforcement has released, what we know to be factual information, is very important, and encouraging people to continue to share out the flyers and the factual information, and asking people, hey, if you see something, say something.
There are 2 new billboards up with Sebastian's information. They're up in the Nashville area, one by the Rivergate Mall, another along I-65 headed to Nashville from Hendersonville. Now, both of these average a total of about 330 views per day, and they are sponsored by people who want to bring Sebastian home.
Okay, I don't think that was the one I wanted to see, but that was posted March 7th. What is that? Maybe that was the one. Okay, this is it. This is it. Because people's, we cannot accept that there. One second. So, this right here says no evidence leads found after landfill search. And there has been no evidence at all. At all of Sebastian. Not in the landfill that they have said, and not anywhere else that they have said. At all. This was the landfill search.
For 11 days now. The 15-year-old has autism, and investigators say he does not have his medication with him. News 2's Adam Mincer looks at what has law enforcement learned, and after searching the highs and lows all across state lines.
15-year-old Sebastian Rogers must be somewhere.
We're doing everything we can. Every lead that we get, we're following.
Now, after a week and a half, Sumner Sheriff Sonny Weatherford put out a statement saying, while we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering.
Now, remember, what, a week ago, there was a child missing in Sumner County. They found the child within just a little bit, an hour or so. Ken from the emergency management said, we're used to producing. Why haven't they produced on this? Don't you think if he was out there, they would have found him? If he had walked away?
The sheriff's office began the search on Monday, February 26th.
I couldn't recall off the top of my head when the last search like this was.
Starting with a 2, then 5-mile radius search in the Shackle Island area. Law enforcement then expanded the radius exponentially. According to Sumner County officials, crews searched more than 2,000 miles on foot, went through Sebastian's home about 10 times, and deployed drones, helicopters, horses, search dogs, and dive teams.
We absolutely obliterated covering the area where Sebastian could have walked off to.
Chief.
We absolutely obliterated. Obliterated this. And people are still searching in that area. Fine. But I don't think he's there. I don't think he is in that radius. And if he is, it's in a very, very well hidden area. I think he's south. Southwest, yeah. I don't really trust him either, but you know who I do trust? I do. And first of all, Craddock was not sheriff at the time. It was Sonny Weatherford. TBI was there. Also, EquiSearch was there. Right. Now, if Sebastian is found, let's say 30 minutes away, or he's found in a suspicious way, if there is foul play, if he's found an hour away, 3 hours away, 10 hours away, you might as well say that's, in my opinion, it's looking definitely towards more foul play, because I don't think you could walk that far and nothing see him, right?
Craddock repeating to reporters,
We're operating under the assumption that Sebastian walked off. We have no evidence to disprove that.
That was their problem, in my opinion, right there. There wasn't dual investigations going on. Time is everything in investigation. It's everything. And the more time that goes by, you are losing everything. Everything. Losing your chances of finding him. You're losing evidence. All of that.
The family's been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement and our investigation.
TBI released a statement on the family's behalf, responding to comments online wondering why the family hasn't said much publicly. We have been requested by the family to let local media know that they are not in a position to speak to or be available to the media at this time. After that statement, the parents spoke, telling a podcast host Sebastian doesn't have his phone with him, hasn't been talking to anyone online, and doesn't have social media.
A little later in the evening, I myself went to bed, and when I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't here.
Another question is, and law enforcement will know this, whether they tell, whether any person tells the truth or not, and that is, what time does the parents normally go to bed? Right? What time does their phone stop working generally? Is it normal to stay up at midnight? Is it normal for the mother and the stepfather to talk for 2 hours at night? If it's not, that's going to raise red flags.
And you did tell me that Sebastian is not a runner.
He's not.
Then on day 8 of the search, Sumner County said it was time to scale back.
Let me be clear that this does not diminish our commitment to finding Sebastian.
Suddenly, the case moved north to a landfill in Hopkins County, Kentucky. The Sumner sheriff says that's where the trash for Sebastian's neighborhood ends up. And the person who picked up the trash the morning Sebastian went missing told them where he dropped off that load. While they said the search was precautionary, nothing came from it.
That's what they say. Nothing came from it. But you got to have probable cause. You got to have a judge sign it.
Their dead end and a search entering its second week. In Nashville, Adam Mintzer, News 2.
We did ask the sheriff's office for updates on the case, specifically for the 911 calls or calls to the Sumner County area the day Sebastian disappeared, how many tips they have received, and whether they have any active leads.
Oh my God, Bev. That's terrible. Oh my God. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. There's been so many. And you know what? They have found what? I think every autistic child that has gotten away. I'm frozen. Can't help little bit if I'm frozen. Oh, hold on. This is when they were scaling back.
Missing teenager with autism in Sumner County. Crews are scaling back their efforts. Thank you for joining us for News 2 at 4. I'm Mark Kelly. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers reportedly walked away from his Hendersonville home February 26. News 2's Tori Gessner joins us live.
Reportedly. Reportedly is like allegedly or in my opinion. Just an FYI. Reportedly.
Live to explain what is next with this case. Tori.
Well, Mark, authorities are confident they have exhausted every single resource they can think of within these past 8 days.
How about that? Authorities are confident they have used everything in the past 8 days. Okay.
And all have fallen short, and that is why they are scaling back on these search efforts. They didn't mention by how much, though, and they walked away before we could ask them any questions during an earlier press conference. But you can see the command center they were operating out of has practically cleared out compared to days prior. Despite that, crews are not giving up just yet. They say they have no leads indicating that Sebastian has died. Today, they're focusing on a 0.3 of a mile radius from his home where he was last seen. Throughout these 8 days, we've seen dive crews with oxygen tanks around Sebastian's home.
0.3 of a mile. You know why they're doing the 0.3 of a mile? Because that is where literally 90% of someone that gets out of their house and are found, literally 90%. I think it's over 90% actually. 0.3 of a mile. And they checked 10-mile radius. A child at home with a living bio mom would not leave. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some kids will, get mad or something, but there's just nothing to suggest that he walked off other than that there's a disappearance.
We've seen people searching on horseback, helicopters, drones, ATVs. Sumner County's EMA director says they've even searched the storm drain system with no sign of Sebastian. We've also seen how much this has impacted the community in Sumner County. People have come out to donate food and supplies to first responders, saying they appreciate all of their hard work. This morning, one road paving company came to deliver breakfast to the searchers.
All of our crews that are out paving roads all day are truly the kindest people that I know. So it happened very organically when we saw a need and Sumner County Buffs was helping to provide food. It was just natural that our team responded to that.
Investigators are still encouraging the community to send in tips. They say no piece of information is too small. They say this is also a transition from the ground search to the investigative side of things, but they didn't elaborate any further.
What? What?
Investigators are still encouraging the community to send in tips. They say no piece of information is too small. They say this is also a transition from the ground search to the investigative side of things, but they didn't elaborate any further.
So if he's not in a 10-mile radius, right, that means if nobody saw this kid, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, in a 10-mile radius, y'all, that goes right into Nashville. If nobody saw him in a 10-mile radius, then, and there's nothing to suggest, no camera sees him, no scent of him, no eyewitness of him in a 10-mile radius, then what does that mean? In my opinion, that can only mean one thing, is that there is foul play somewhere. Someone knows, in my opinion. Do you know no traffic cameras, no eyes, no nothing, no one driving by, no one sticking their head out the window, no trail cams, nothing. But there is some activity that some people would like to bullshit you and tell you that it's a trash truck at 3 a.m. in the morning, which does not happen. They're doing the more investigative side. No way. If nobody sees a child, not an electronic, not an eyewitness, not a scent, not a piece of clothing, nothing, then you have to start at ground zero. You have to start with the last place he was. Where did you get this? Yeah.
Live in Hendersonville. Tori Gessner, News 2.
Yeah. So, what are you investigating? Because you've looked in 10 miles and he's not there. They're used to producing. Ken and Eric and all of them said, and it looks like they are used to producing. They found the other child recently within just an hour. And Kaz. So why wouldn't they not be able to find Sebastian? Someone that's not going to make good timing on bare feet. In February, who's not going to get very far anyways, in my opinion. Justin, do you think law enforcement has a lot of their pride entangled in this? I think with Summer's case, absolutely. I think there is some in this, but I don't think it's as much as like Summer Wells' case. I think that's all they have in Summer Wells' case. I think that they screwed up in the beginning, in my opinion. They absolutely screwed up, in my opinion, in the beginning. Don't understand why they just can't put out something. Good old boy club. Perhaps. After a week of intensive efforts, hundreds of crews have searched thousands of miles around the Beach Creek area in Hendersonville, where Sebastian was reported missing on February 26th. But more than a week later, officials said they still have no sightings of the teen. This does not diminish our commitment to finding Sebastian, Craddock said. This is simply us transitioning from a ground search to an investigative side. Well, to investigate someone or something, you have to investigate someone or someone's. You can't investigate nothing. For you to investigate, you have to investigate something or someone. Oh, thank you, girl mom. Thank you, sugar booger. Thank you so much. I have an iPhone and it shows how many steps I have taken through Apple Health. I don't know what kind of phone KP has, Apple, but what were her steps that morning when she says she's studying falling asleep? Yeah, and I believe she has one of those watches too. But that's none of my business. The police no more. Do you still believe the police no more? What do you mean? Do I believe the police? And Life 360 that he said his entire family had. Right? Well, actually, the software can tell you. The software can tell you. You don't have to have an app. Right? Yep. I don't know what struggle cuddle means. Oh. So if you go back on my, well, I don't know if it's still on there or not, but Mr. Craddock put on Twitter, allegedly. I think it's Twitter. I want to say Twitter, allegedly, that he didn't like the word RAPE, that he preferred the term, what was it? Struggle cuddle? It's like, what the hell? Yeah. It's a different term for snuggle struggle. This is I don't know how long ago it was that he put that, but I just cannot imagine. Well, to me, I'll be honest with you, I would hate to be a woman in that county, to be quite honest with you. Do you not, I would question, do they take serious specifically him? Has he offered an apology? for that because people struggle every single day of their lives over something that should have never happened. Yeah, it diminishes it. He made it into a joke that there's nothing to joke about. There's nothing funny about that. And honestly, it makes you wonder what kind of character someone who says that publicly it does. It does. Mhm. I don't know. It's just terrible. Despite no sightings of the teen, Craddock said officials have, quote, no leads, no details to indicate that Sebastian is not alive. They included drones, helicopters, horses, search dogs, dive teams, searchers coming as far as Knox County's mountainous experts have also been searching in caves, and members of the Tennessee National Guard have been walking from door to door. If there was a resource we thought we could utilize to help locate Sebastian, we've used it, and we will continue to do so based on what leads come in. I believe they know a hell of a lot more. I'm just going to be honest with you. I believe they know a hell of a lot more. Because you can't tell me that law enforcement hasn't thought, securing everyone's alibi. Right. I believe they were looking for someone or someones that weekend, especially Sunday, even Saturday. You can't tell. I mean, before Nick kind of went crickets, in the beginning, he was real gung ho on, putting that video out there, and he would be like, but you haven't cleared anyone yet. And Eric would be like, no, but this and this. And then he kind of flipped, it felt like, in my opinion, but still trying to remain a little neutral. But I'll never forget what Nick Barris said. People close to the investigation tell me that the mere fact that someone was outside of Sebastian's house is significant. Now, if they didn't think that someone was outside of Sebastian's house, they wouldn't say that it was significant. The mere fact that someone was outside of Sebastian's house is significant. I believe they need either Sebastian or they need someone to flip, someone to give them a couple details, and this would be wrapped up. But until then, what are we going to do? But I also think $6 months, FBI put all that stuff out. Right? All that, the reward and all that. I think there could be an arrest soon. I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible. Remember the post he did on Facebook and then edited? You took a screenshot. He was defending. Yep, he sure was. Yeah, I need to pull that up. Yep. Yep. He was defending it, and I screenshot that real quick because I was like, how did that flip? Because he was the only big media questioning this. And then all of a sudden, it's crickets. Crickets. Only one of socks is different than the rest, in my opinion. Once CP wants out of that marriage, someone is going to crow like a mother chicken. I don't know. I don't know. There's been a lot of marriages that later split up where they both know, and that's one thing. Many of them, the only thing we can hope for is if there is foul play and if they would split, is one of them tells one of their friends late one night when they're drunk, they're at a bar, they have a moment of weakness. That would be what we would need as well. But speaking of, I mean, allegedly they were ready to fucking split anyways. Now let's talk about that. What if, for instance, in this hypothesis, which is not a true statement, this is, a hypothesis. We're putting this together, fictional, what may or may not have happened, not a fact. What if, they were splitting and then one night KK broke. She gave in. The only way, KK, I'm going to stay with you, is with only you. Or Sebastian is trying to take up for his mom. Just the one thing has always stuck out to me is when the sighting in North Carolina occurred. CP was the first to say a post it was not him. Even KP had responded it was being looked. CP dismissed it right away. Yeah. Even if you know it's not them, and there could be, but but you still want to check it out because that's your kid. And you want them back, and you want any glimmer of hope. Girl mom, from what I understand, from what has been told to me, is that KK, does anything and everything to stay in the graces of Cruella. That's what I hear. That is her family now, if you will. Right. There's KK has technically no other family. So there's that. Guys, thank you all so very much. I really do appreciate you. I will be on tomorrow. I hope I can sleep in the morning. I hope they cancel school. I want to sleep in so bad. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully earlier, and all that. So thank you all. I do appreciate you. Hey, Maurice, good to see you, darling. Gigi, Plant Lady, Maurice, Thomas, Royal Blue, Reality, honey, how are ya? It's so good to see you. I've been worried sick. Joanne, Mag, Misty Blue, Pinky, Cindy Lou, Catherine, Mama Dukes, SL, Mama Jess, Tina, Carol, Roller, Hindsight, Crystal Lee, Eileen, Fine Summer, Forget Me Not, Carmelita, Girl Mom, Troopers, Catfish, Dawn, Mona, Brenda. I was going to say Jesus loves Brenda. Hindsight. I'm doing much better. Good. I'm so glad. Misty, Mohawk, Kathy, hope you're feeling better. Audrey, Crystal Lee, YouTuber, Butterflies, Roller, Bo, Kathleen, Laura, Baby Kisses, Miss Gloria, Troopers, Justin RN, JJ Johnson. Good night, everyone, and God bless. Forget me not, Eileen, Don, love you all. Mwah. Gypsy, JJ Johnson. Good night, everyone. Love you all.